Good evening. Welcome to Speaking in Your Basement. In the same vein as yesterday, sometimes things get ugly and you need some help. You need some reassurance. You just need some encouragement to keep going. I didn't really want to hear it at the time, but this is the best advice, possibly of my life. A long time ago, I had my first big breakup. I was sad. It seems a bit silly now, but at the time, I felt wrecked. I didn't know what I was going to do. It was just days of feeling like, what's the point? So one night, I had moved back in with my parents temporarily, and I'd been, I guess, moping around all day. And it's about bedtime. My mom decides to, come in and help me feel a little bit better. So she talks to me a little bit and is telling me everything's going to be okay and trying to give me positive, upbeat advice. And everything she's saying, I'm just kind of arguing with, mildly arguing with, not even energetically arguing with, just telling her, oh, no, this and oh, no. I can't remember what the exact words were, but it's just whatever she said. I had some little comeback or some little, yeah, but some response just to negate whatever she was saying. And then after a little while, she just paused. And she said, well, son, sometimes you just got to walk through the pain. Wow. Mom dropped some Zen wisdom on my ass. Sometimes you just got to walk through the pain. That's true. That's true. I didn't have anything to say back to that. It's like the reality of it hit me, and even though I would have liked to have argued or liked to have disagreed, that's definitely not the one I wanted to be true. But it was undeniably true. One of the blessings of having a long life is you get to have a long life. One of the challenges of a long life is you're going to start seeing people die. You're going to lose some people along the way. There's a variety of other things that come up that might not be as bad as losing someone, but can be very painful as well. And there's things to do. There's ways to distract yourself. I think short-term distraction is fine. When you're trying to get through something, you're just trying to have a decent day, although you've been working through whatever pain you're dealing with. Yeah, find a distraction. Find something that takes a little bit away from it. Remember, you still got work to do. But find that distraction, short-term at least. But then come back to it and keep getting through it. Sometimes you got to walk through the pain. You got to experience that, you got to face it, and then you got to keep moving. I've had a variety of situations come up where no matter what I do, it doesn't seem like I can get away from the discomfort. And oftentimes, the way to make it better isn't to keep running from the discomfort, it's just to turn into the discomfort. And usually it's more unpleasant, at least for a moment. But it's usually unpleasant for a relatively short time. I mean, I get great after that. It's like you turn into the discomfort. You just face it. You just sit there and be with it for a moment. And then it lightens up a little bit. Then you can move on and do whatever you need to do. That's one way to walk through the pain. Every so often, you just face it. There's some things that are minor enough that you might not really make the time to do this with. There's some things that are major enough that occasionally you need that break, like we talked about earlier. But with everything moderately to seriously challenging, you're going to have to face it and get through it. Can you run from it? Yeah, but not a good idea. It's going to keep coming back until you deal with it. So piece by piece, bit at a time, maybe with breaks thrown in there if necessary. You just turn, you stop running, and you face it. You let whatever feelings are there come up. Embrace them, welcome them, ask for more. Take all you can take. And then move on. Best advice I think I ever received from my mom. Sometimes you got to walk through the pain. I'm Ben Langley. Thanks very much for spending some time with me today. We will talk again soon.